Hi everyone, so week 2 of Apex Strength School starts today, or at least I'm starting it today. It's going to be interesting because yesterday I finally finished the first week and it was more of like a back day kind of thing, and then so I looked at today's training plan and it involves some back movements, so might have messed up on that, so we're going to see how all that's going to go. But I really appreciate the change in exercises. So if you guys need a type of workout program, one that's kind of like you just sign up and like here's all this info, that this is the way to go, and that's why I'm really excited about it and looking forward to that. But it's just another day of lifting. I can't wait to see where I'll be in 6 weeks. So today I'm going to be doing some deadlifts. Really excited about that. I'll film a little bit of that. That one's going to be at 70 RPE, so bunch of deadlifts, and it's going to be a little bit heavier. So here's the deal. I haven't done lunges, especially with a barbell, in a long time. And while doing these for this program, I just felt like a fish out of water, struggling to keep balance, and maybe that's just part of the problem and why it sometimes hurts my back. And then onto this, rack pulls. I've always thought of rack pulls as a different type of movement, but I'm really enjoying these considering that it's very glute and hamstring oriented, and so it'll actually help tremendously with my axle deadlifts that I'm supposed to do for my competition. And the sensation of that movement was amazing, and I can't wait to keep utilizing it, and I'll probably continue to do it all the way up until my competition because I had no idea that it would isolate those muscles so much. And so today was, these workouts were a lot of different movements that felt new and odd to me, but looking forward to putting more weight on all of it. Quick little mid-workout check-in. So today is actually day 2 of week 2, and it's shoulder oriented, so I'll show y'all some couple of videos, but you're probably wondering why, like, in my previous video, I only showed, like, 2 movements. I paid for this program, and I'm not trying to be, like, output the program creator and that whole company, so it just feels, like, valid to show you a couple things I'm doing here and there, and to just kind of show you what I'm doing, like major movements or movements that are completely new to me. And so today's, like, overhead press, and working hard on that. I feel like that's something, if I plan to venture more into strong women competitions, I need to get my press game up. And not gonna lie, my press game is kind of like, it's poop, man, it's poop. But my back is relatively sore from 2 days ago. So yesterday was a rest day. Haven't really checked in with you guys since then, but that first day of week 2 was very heavily back oriented. Great workout, but once again, it took nearly 2 hours, almost over 2 hours this time, and I hate to be one to complain much, but eventually I'm going to lose some of my off days due to a second job that I'm hopefully going to accept today, hopefully waiting for that email to go ahead and get that going. But that's going to be fun. I can't wait to take y'all on that adventure with me because it's at a gym. So that's going to be dope. I can finally step up that cardio game, help get rid of this little fluff going on, just to keep lean and tight. And as I previously mentioned, I signed up for a weight class that seemed relatively easy, but if I plan to gain muscle, then I will so struggle busting, but doing pretty good, feeling fantastic. Been trying to work on sleep. Definitely that's something I'm trying to hone in more on, but enough of that right now. My pre-workout is like majorly tingling. I need to get to my 3rd set of my OHPs, and let's rock and roll, and I'll take you along with me. So this was my first time ever doing landmines, and I hope that I executed the movements and everything properly, but I tell you what, it's a juicy pump, and can't wait to add more weights on it. And I need to get the T-bar adjustment so I can do these a little bit better, because I'm just dragging it on my carpet right here. But yeah, so just a quick switch off, and I've noticed that my left shoulder is a little bit weaker than my right. noticing that a lot of the movements that I'm doing are very, I want to say CrossFit oriented, because here I'm thinking a bent over row is like you hinge at the hip and pull with the back, and like, no, it ended up being like a whole shoulder movement, I guess, when you prep to do the overhead kind of thing. And definitely utilizing some muscles that I have totally and completely underutilized or not utilized at all. So it's very interesting to see how muscles and joints and stuff are really supposed to function. Not saying that I did things in a sense that were potential injury, like risk of injury wasn't as high. Fuck. Burp. Alright guys, sorry. I just get tongue-tied. Like, I have all these ideas when I come to do these little inner monologues just to kind of keep you updated on things. This is only going to be my second video. So I'm just trying to pave the path of like how I want these things to go. The workout today was pretty great. Took about an hour and a half, so I'm noticing that's kind of the sweet spot. I did play around on my phone a little bit in between sets and responding to emails, because things are just, like I said, my life right now is kind of like climbing, so I have to respond to things, and I have to get this tunnel vision thing going, which is probably why you're wondering why in the world I still have my headphones on. I have to just, it helps me zone, so I'll listen to my music or my podcasts or whatever book I'm listening to, and it just is like I can zone, I could cook, I could do dishes, just things of that sort. And I know that might seem unrelated to this whole fitness journey of mine, but it's absolutely part of it. And I think that's why I'm out here to set out a video and just like a channel where this is my day-to-day. I am not an elite athlete. I am not a pro card person, although might end up one day. Hopefully that'd be pretty cool. And some sort of lifting or some sort of bodybuilding thing would be really awesome. Putting that out there into the universe, into the existence, to see if that's going to happen, but who knows. The ultimate goal is to just be strong and happy and to look semi-decent. And today's workout, I think, is very much going to... My chest days, the chest days that Sean, like, prescribes aren't super chesty. It's, here's some bench. And so I'm wondering, like, if I've been doing things wrong. I've always read that, like, you train your back like your chest just as frequently and as hard, which obviously makes sense, right? However, I'm noticing that I'm like discovering these like lats a little bit more, and realizing that like with the push forward that I could just whoop, and like it's insane. And then just even like the plane of movement that I'm learning from this program is absolutely ridiculous. Like I'm wishing that I would have invested in my lifting sooner, because I kind of just went to the gym and started doing stuff and watching YouTube videos and following various fitness influencers and stuff like that. But I wish I would have kind of just sucked it up and paid for some sort of trainer or some sort of coach. But I think now is more the time, and I'm more willing to listen, because then it was like I was just lifting to lose some weight and to look decent and to show all the people back home that y'all missed out on somebody, and snooze you lose kind of thing, and just trying to rediscover myself, and always trying to get better and continue to figure out who I want to be, the woman I want to be. And but now it's like I have a reason to train, and I love it. And so I was like, hey, you have no clue what you're doing. You have no clue how to actually build strength and continue to build it. So might as well find some sort of program that's about that. And so that's why I signed up for the Apex Strength School, and probably why I will eventually get a strong woman, strong man coach, just to kind of help me with those movements, because they're not your typical, like push up. It's, you're pulling something like Atlas stones per se, or those giant, they're stones, right? It's not just pick up and grungy. You got to figure out how to properly, engage your ass. Excuse me. Probably have to bleep that out. Engage your butt, but also use the lats, pull up, and then do a hinge kind of movement and all that junk that I have yet to figure out. But it's going to be awesome, and I'm just feeling really, really good today. I finished a tub of pre-workout, so that means I get to go out and buy more. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. Don't really look forward to the money I will spend on that, because I know how I am when I go into a supplement shop. It'll be like, oh, I'm just going to get 1 tub of pre-workout. Walks out with 2 tubs pre-workout, tub of BCAAs, and a tub of protein. $120 later kind of thing. And I know that's something I'm very like disciplined, but also self-destructive at the same time. Not a great quality, and I'm forever working on it. And I know that about myself. And I'm hoping to live a lifestyle where that's okay. To where that's no problem. I can go to the nutrition shop and just buy whatever I feel like, and buy whatever gym equipment, because like I'm a little bit like old school in it, rednecking it a little bit with some of the equipment I have, which is fine. It's humbling. I don't necessarily need to spend the money on particular pieces of equipment, but I might one day. And about to embark on day 3 of week 2. It's a leg day today. I'm super excited about it. Hopefully trying to make some squat gains. And then today actually involves good mornings. And so just a quick little funny backstory on that is I used to always do good mornings back when I first started lifting. And I feel like I was the one person in the whole freaking gym that ever did them. And it was really weird. And I always felt weird doing them. I mean, they're an interesting movement. And I used to, like, I had a program I was doing where it was 3 days of legs. Knowing what I know now, that's a bit much. Because I go hard on legs. It's the one thing where I know I have strength, which is probably why doing this Apex program, I'm noticing the weakness in my back, to be honest with you, and my upper and my push. So it's kind of humbling to realize that, hey, like, you kind of got to put the effort in and stop being like every other chick and do leg days constantly, because that's what chicks do, supposedly. I'm not here to judge whatever. Y'all do what you want. I'm just trying to make sure that my physique and whatnot is top notch and that strength comes through. But back to the whole good morning thing. The last time I did them was last year. And I was like, I'm going to do good mornings, try to work on glutes and hammies a little bit more, right? I decided I'm going to do it on a Smith machine. And it's not the straight up and down ones. It's like the angled ones, which I'm learning more and more. Just jack up form, and it's a very unnatural movement. And so I try to avoid those as much as I can anymore. Ironically, I own a Smith machine here at home, but I haven't really used it at all. But I go, I engage, I do about 2, hinge about 2-3 times, do the rep, and boom, I felt like this thing, boom, like right up my back, and I went expletive, and I once again flared up the back injury that I had probably about a couple months before that workout. I had already injured my back and was practically walking like an old man for a while, and I did it again. It's really weird that I didn't listen to my body, because the first 2 I was like, okay, this doesn't feel right, but let's just keep working it. That was a horrible decision, so I was out for another about week or 2. Didn't do any sort of leg movements that hurt that, and most of them hurt it, so I was very upset because leg days are my favorite. So today I'm just going to take them real slow. I plan to show you guys my good mornings and probably a couple other movements from today's workout as per usual, and just see how all that goes. I am actually on my last tub of pre-workout. So that might seem silly. I originally had us have like a whole little pre-workout area over here. I had about 4 tubs, and within the past 2 months, it's like I'm swiping them out so I can start fresh. Today I'm using good old Podium Fuse Sour Watermelon. I've done a review on it on my Instagram if you guys want to check that out. I plan to upload all of the reviews onto this YouTube channel and create that series if you guys would be into that. If not, I'm going to do it anyway, so it's there. And so my first review with it was the stuff like loved it, and I'm just going to real quick go into it. There's a very, very prominent salty aftertaste that just lingers in the back, and I'll chug water throughout the workout and try to get rid of it. I understand that this is their first formula, their first go on a pre-workout, and I would suggest to them, hey guys, like, that salty aftertaste is very distracting. The flavor's good, right? And I think the reason for the saltiness is to create the sour effect. It's there, right? But it lingers well after I pound the drink. So I got that going on today. A little bit of podium. And, hold on, I wanted to double check. It's been about a week since I've taken it. And I'm adding in some creatine too, because you should. It helps stimulate more ATP so your muscles can do what they're supposed to do and just help with muscle growth and stuff like that. So, but this one's getting pretty low. Will say though, a crunch on it. So I probably won't be getting this one again either, to be 100% honest with you guys. So, one more plug. Come on now. Blue on Blue, R2D2, good old performance shaker. It's got the active, it's got the rod with the shaker on it. Pretty awesome. And I'm a nerd at heart too. So, gonna drink this and then show you guys my workout. Look at this. Working on good mornings on this session, so that was something I haven't done in a while, and I could tell in this session that I was always doing them wrong because these were intense, and I was only doing 10 reps with straight bar, and I was literally shaking. It's probably hard to tell in this video, but on the 6th set I was struggling, and so it felt really good to execute those. And then on to this next movement, I was doing Bulgarian split squats, which is another move I haven't executed in a while because I never felt like I could get the pump properly. And when really, if I lean forward like I am now, you can actually feel it so much more in the glute of the leg that's pressing, which I think is part of the point of this whole movement. So that was really, really good. Quick check-in, sort of finished the workout. I'm running really tight on time. I have to prep like my dinner and stuff for work, so I gotta hop in the shower. But let's see. So I actually started, let's double check this real quick. Okay. So I'm starting to record some of my workouts, just in my watch. Let's see, hour 15. I'll go ahead and stop that right there. So this one took a little bit, once again, shy of hour and a half. Probably would have taken hour and a half if I could finish these last couple sets of single leg deadlifts. What in the world? Still trying to figure this watch out. I'm kind of weird, and like, I used to be super psycho about making sure to record my workouts on my watches. This is my 4th fit watch, like fitness activity tracker. This one does okay. It wasn't saying, let's see. I'm gonna check the data on this. If it'll load. Okay, it does, it's like with Google, it does heart points and stuff. Doesn't say calories though, which is kind of a thing for me. I've always tried to look for that. And, but I think I like stopped tracking the way that I used to because it'd be like, you burned 100 calories. And everybody else I follow on Instagram, YouTube, all these fitness people are burning like 1,500 calories a workout. And I'm like, I'm doing similar, I don't know. I guess I don't go hard enough on cardio, and they probably include all that and whatnot. And, but today's workout, I mean, I'm pretty sweaty. Probably can't really tell. But it was a good workout. Squats felt like, so good, moving nice and smooth. And, did variations of workouts that scared me. And I will go ahead and post videos of those. And, but once again, hour 15. I did play on my phone some, need to work on that, not as much, but I'm also trying to actually rest between sets enough to fully, I guess, get my heart rate back down. So then when I go again, it's full power rather than like set within like 30 seconds of each other. I used to do that a ton because I don't ever set enough time aside, I suppose. It's just not that I don't care about my fitness or my health. It's just you got to fit that in, especially it's hard in the mornings. But once again, I'm on a later shift this week, so I get to kind of play around with that a little bit more, playing around with time, figuring it out. And so today I decided to push it a little bit closer to time for me to get ready. And I'm a couple sets short of the last movement, but not gonna lie, my butt cheeks are fried. They're shaking. They're like, I'm good. And if I want to, I can finish them later because I'm just doing like body weight. I don't need a whole lot of weights because they're new, not new movements. I've done them before, but it's been a while. So I'm just trying to make sure I get the cues right and whatnot, and make sure that I'm putting in the right amount of effort and time and all that. So week 2, day 3, check that box. Tomorrow will be a rest day, and then day 4, and then a couple more rest days, and then it'll be the next week. So awesome. I'm gonna keep kicking butt and making sure I'm fueling and sleeping and all of that. So stopping real quick. I'm doing those apex pull-ups, and not gonna lie, the pump is it's almost too much. Like my traps and my biceps. So apparently I might be doing something wrong. But also like pull-ups have always been like a sore spot for me, and I feel it hardcore in my traps. And it's like I'm squeezing at the back on some of the last reps, like squeezing, trying to get the scapulus to touch. And it's just like my back's like, So I'm trying to do 70 RPE, but I'm pretty sure I keep going to failure. Yeah. Just thought I'd check in. So back to it, and the workout has only just begun. This workout, let's see, hour and 48 minutes. Way longer than I anticipated. Wow. Turn that off. I did rush the last set of dumbbell rows because I gotta get ready for work once again. So I think I'm just gonna accept the fact that there's just no way I'm gonna be able to get this under an hour and a half at any point. And I'm trying to make sure that I'm not rushing through everything, and then just taking proper rest breaks, because like 70 RBEs a little bit. You need to make sure you can come back. So I could do the last set. Like even the last set of dumbbell rows, my whole like arms and body were shaking. It's not even that much weight, but also like my back is weak. It's super weak. So this program's pointing that out, and also pointing out the fact that my abs are crap. But I don't really ever focus on them, so that's all new for me. But week 2 was great. Really enjoyed the movements for this week, and some of them felt stronger than others. Today I kind of came in a little bit tired, a little bit worn out, but yesterday was a rest day. So because of how I have everything scheduled, tomorrow I will actually start the whole new week rather than taking a rest day. So I'm not quite sure if that's hindering things or not, because I think I've noticed that with this program that back days tend to be the first and last day of the week of the 4-day training split. And so it might hinder my stuff for tomorrow. Tomorrow is supposed to be a deadlift day, and I'm really excited. I'm trying to put some more weight on there, and I'm actually just going to do it. I've been kind of not doing it, but I know I'm capable of lifting a good amount, so we'll see tomorrow. I'll make sure I can keep everything in line, like literally in line, like my spine, legs, hammies, all that stuff. But doing great so far, feeling pretty good. Looking forward to week 3.